Probably the number one most used ad platform for selling shirts is Facebook right now. And there's a ton of other different traffic sources out there, but Facebook works for a lot of different reasons. So, to focus kind of on this basic layer or level of traffic, we're just going to talk about Facebook advertising. So, I thought, hey, before we really got going, let's do an overview. Now, why Facebook ads? First, everyone should have if you have a Facebook account, you should have a Facebook ad account. They're connected. And if you don't know where it's at, go to this URL right here and it should pop up. Another reason why we should be using it, it works great and it's only getting better. So we have audience overlap now, and we can really dial into some really interesting targeting that you couldn't 6 months ago or 6 years ago. There's also website custom audiences, so we can do retargeting on niches. I mean, there's a lot of good things that Facebook ads provides. So this to me is kind of the first ad platform you should play with t-shirts. Once you get comfortable and know how to run ads in here, sure, branch out. Let's do some Google ads, let's do some Reddit ads, let's do some mobile platform ads, sure. But to start with, let's focus on Facebook. Now, inside of Facebook, there's actually two different platforms. The Ads Manager, which is kind of it's a more wizard-like interface, and then the Power Editor. And the Power Editor, if you like to crunch numbers and maybe you're an accountant and you like technical types of things, the Power Editor is probably for you. Now, between these two, I know people that only work in the Ads Manager. I know people that only work in the Power Editor. Personally, I like to work in both. There's some advantages in one. For example, PPE photo posts in the Ads Manager is super easy, but for some advanced targeting, pulling up some old website custom audiences from long ago, Power Editor is going to be the trick. The only other thing to kind of note here is when using the Power Editor, it has to be in Chrome. So however Facebook developed this, it's kind of a weird Chrome plugin type of thing. Anyway, it only works in Chrome, so you'll have to be using that if you want to go Power Editor. So let's go take a look, and this is going to focus on the Ads Manager. Here is the interface. If you don't have any campaigns up, it's going to look blank just like this. But I'll walk through. There's three levels that happen inside of any campaign. First, the campaign level, which is kind of the top side. Then there's ad sets, where you set the budget, and underneath ad sets are the different ads. So you could maybe have like 3 ads under one ad set, 2 ads under another ad set, and all that rolls up to a campaign structure. Pretty simple. If you're used to Google AdWords, it's almost identical to how Google AdWords works. Now, there's a number of different tabs over here, and we'll be using these for different things as we go. So let's walk down them. Pages, just gives you access to all your different pages and kind of the ads that are connected to them. I virtually never use that. Reports, I use this weekly. I look at demographics inside of my ad campaigns. I'm looking to improve click-through rates, and, tighten up my targeting, whatever it may be. So I use reports a heck of a lot. Audience insights. This is kind of a tool to carve out an audience, play around before you even start making an ad. This is really worth your time. There's a separate video on it, so check that out. Settings and billing, these kind of go hand in hand. Billing, yep, you're going to need a credit card in there, no question. Facebook, they like their money. They'll take their money daily. So you have to set up billing. Settings, similar. You can give other people access to your account. What's your time zone, different things like that. Conversion tracking, this is where your conversion tracking pixels will be housed, and we use them on Teespring campaigns, and Teespring actually has a really nice interface for adding them. And what'll happen is, as you make conversions, it'll feed that information back into the Ads Manager, and you'll be able to see it in your reports. So if you set up 3 or 4 campaigns, if you have conversion tracking set up, you should be able to see the campaigns that are winning. You should be able to see the campaigns that are losing. And it cut off the losers, run the winners is kind of the name of the game. We have the Power Editor here, and we'll leave that for its own videos. It's complex if you're brand new. So we'll leave it at that. Account history, you can go back and look at every single click and charge and anything that's happened in your account. I rarely go in here. There's not much reason for me to. And then the last one here is audiences. And audiences, oh, they used to mainly be what were called custom audiences. But today, I'd probably say we call them website custom audiences. They're built off of traffic. And again, Teespring has a great interface for adding these retargeting pixels and audience pixels into your different campaigns. So here's what the interface looks like. We're going to play with it a heck of a lot more. We're going to create some ads coming up. It should be pretty interesting here. If you do want to get a jump start on the Power Editor, here is a URL you can go check out. This is what the Power Editor looks like. And you'll see there's a lot of data down the side, a lot of data across the top. You can also jump in and out of a bunch of different ad accounts and ad views. It's a little complex, but anyway, here's the help section on it. If you have an ads account, you have this by default. So open it up, play around with it. You probably can't break anything. And we'll kind of play with it a little bit later in different videos. So that's it for this one. It's really Facebook advertising overview. The next ones we're going to start, making some ads, talking about tracking, make a Facebook page. But I thought before we dove into any of that, that's just kind of what the interface looks like. It's what we're going to be playing in and day out. If you have any questions on this video at all, feel free to contact Teespring and they'll help you out. Thanks.